Have you ever walked away from an argument knowing you were right, but still feeling like you lost? It happens to all of us. You made solid points, you explained yourself clearly, and yet the other person walked away looking confident while you felt confused or even defeated. That's because arguments aren't always about truth. They're about power. Arthur Schopenhauer, one of the most sharp-eyed philosophers of the 19th century, understood this better than almost anyone. In his short but brilliant work, The Art of Being Right, he pulled back the curtain on how people twist conversations, bend logic, and use tricks to make you feel wrong even when you're right. And once you learn to recognize these tactics, manipulation starts to lose its grip. Everywhere you look, people are trying to win. On social media, in politics, in the workplace, even in close relationships. But here's the catch. They don't always try to win with truth. They try to win with strategy. The real danger isn't just that you lose an argument. It's that you begin doubting yourself. You feel small. You feel silenced. And over time, that weakens your ability to stand up for what's true. Schopenhauer noticed this pattern centuries ago. He argued that most debates are not honest searches for knowledge. They're battles for dominance. And if you don't recognize the tricks being used, you'll always feel like you're playing defense, even when the truth is on your side. In The Art of Being Right, Schopenhauer described 38 different tricks people use to manipulate arguments. Let's look at a few of the most common ones that you'll recognize instantly. The straw man. Instead of confronting your actual point, someone twists your words into something weaker. You say, "I think we should invest more in education." They reply, "So you want to waste money on useless programs that don't work?" That's not your argument, but suddenly you're stuck defending a position you never held. Ad hominem. When someone can't defeat your idea, they attack you instead. You're too young to understand. You've never worked in this field. They shift the focus from truth to your supposed weaknesses. And if you take the bait, the original argument disappears. Appeal to authority. This trick uses someone important to shut down the discussion. They said it on the news. This famous person agrees. It sounds convincing, but just because someone powerful or well-known says something doesn't make it true. The red herring. This one is subtle but deadly. Someone changes the subject just enough to pull you off balance. You're talking about one issue and suddenly you're defending yourself on a completely different topic. By the time you realize what happened, the original point is gone. These are just 4 examples, but Schopenhauer catalogued dozens more. And if you start paying attention, you'll see them everywhere. In political debates, in viral tweets, even in casual conversations with friends. So how do you protect yourself? Schopenhauer's advice wasn't to memorize every single tactic like a checklist. The real defense is awareness. Think of it like learning stage magic. When you don't know the trick, the illusion feels powerful. But once you've seen behind the curtain, the magician's power disappears. Manipulation works the same way. The moment you spot a straw man, you don't have to get emotional. You can calmly bring the discussion back to what you actually said. When someone attacks your character instead of your point, you remind yourself, this isn't about me, it's about the idea. And when the conversation is dragged off topic, you steer it back, refusing to let the red herring distract you. And this isn't just about philosophy, it's about your everyday life. Think about online debates. How often do you see people twisting each other's words just to score likes? Or at work, when someone sidesteps responsibility by dragging the meeting into irrelevant details? These are Schopenhauer's tricks in action. Even in personal relationships, manipulation happens. A partner, a sibling, a parent might use guilt, authority, or distraction to sway you. The point isn't that they're evil, it's that humans naturally reach for strategies that help them win. Once you understand that, you stop taking it personally. And here's the deeper lesson. You don't need to fight every battle. Sometimes the greatest power is refusing to play the rigged game. Schopenhauer shows us that once you understand the rules of manipulation, you can choose when to engage and when to walk away with your clarity intact. Most people don't argue to discover truth. That's Schopenhauer's secret. The mind that sees clearly cannot be manipulated. And when you carry that awareness, you walk away from every debate. Not confused, not defeated, but stronger than before. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more ways to see the world more clearly. There's always another trick to uncover.